Alright, this is Dave Jackson from DJ Calls. We're here with Britt, Brad, and Tom at the Lake Mattamuskeet area. Tell us, Tom, a little bit about the lake and the history here, just a little bit.
We're in Lake Mattamuskeet is located in Hyde County, North Carolina. It's a 50,000 plus national wildlife refuge. At one time back in the 50s, 60s, and early 70s, it was also known as the goose capital of the world. Now we're fortunate enough to have where the tundra swan has took over where the goose left off. This lake at one time was used for farming. There's a huge pumping station up the road here that was used at one time to help drain this lake to make the farming practices more reasonable. And we're going to go up there in just a second and give you a little more history about the lake and the area.
Okay, we're here at the pump station here by Lake Mattamuskeet. These Tom and Brad and Britt's going to give us just a little bit of information on how this all ties in with the Lake Mattamuskeet, the swan hunting, and everything else. So, give us a little info on here.
Back in 1914, roughly, the area was bought up to be used as farmland, and they had to have a means to be able to drain the lake in order to farm it. What you see behind us here is what's known as the pumping station. They pump water from the lake and transferred it through a series of canals out into what's known as Pamlico Sound. The operation went busted approximately around the Depression era. Then the pumping station was converted over into a hunt lodge that operated roughly into the early 70s. The area became a national wildlife refuge in 1934. Brad, you got anything like to add to it?
My grandfather used to make his living by hunting during the wintertime. He used to run right out of this lodge. Howard Coon.
Yeah, Brad has a real rich history in the area. His grandfather also guided in the area a long time, and Brad picked up kind of where he had left off, filling the rich history in the family's shoes as far as guiding in the area. Brett, you also have a little history here also, right?
Yeah. Some of them, not kinfolk, but some of my friends. Well, actually, my great uncle was with a CC camp. He worked here some.
There you go.
A lot of my friends used to guide out here, goose hunting, duck hunting during the 50s and 60s, early 70s. Lake Mattamuskeet is approximately 2 to 3 foot deep. It looks to be a deep lake, but it's not.
Right.
So how many acres is this lake here?
Approximately 50,000 acres, a little better than 50,000 acres.
Okay.
A lot of people get this smokestack behind us confused. They've mistaken it for a lighthouse, but it's actually a smokestack that was used to vent the smokes away from the working area of the men back in at the time it was being used. So.
Okay, so basically it just sits idle. Nothing is done with this. Kind of trying to get restored now. Is what
right.
There's
a few organizations around that are trying to raise the funds it's going to take to restore this back into its glory days, back when the area was known as the goose hunting capital of the world. Right.
Okay, Brad, tell us a little bit about your guiding service and how people can get a hold of you to come down and either swan hunt or duck hunt.
Right, you can find us on the web at www.gurganusguideservice.com, or you can call us at 252-926-9179. We hunt right around the lake here. We do waterfowl hunts, ducks and swan. As of today, we had a great hunt.
Yes, we did.
Over on the Donald farm. It's approximately 1.5 miles away from the backside of the lake, and we had a great successful hunt today.
So that's what makes it so good, is your farm that you have is so close to the refuge here where these swans and geese and ducks, they basically stay for the winter here.
Right.
Okay, so about what time usually take reservations? What's a good time to get a hold of you as far as time of the year?
Well, Dave, we start usually booking some hunts for the next season. We usually start somewhere in July after they make the laws of when the season's going to start. And our season usually starts on our duck hunts in the late part of November, the first part of December, just like our swan hunts.
Okay, so what if someone wanted to do a swan hunt? What do they have to do to be able to come out here to swan hunt?
First thing they'd have to do is apply for a permit. Permit costs $10. They can go by a local store that sells license, or they can go on the North Carolina website for wildlife and apply for the permit. Permits are drawn in October. You get one permit per year, and they issue 5,000 permits.
Okay, so when do they need to apply for these permits?
These permits need to be applied before October because they start drawing on the first day of October.
Okay.
Or the first working day of October.
I see. And then they basically notify you, like they did me, as far as sending a permit out, or you can get online and actually check once you have your hunt license number from here, and then you can check, see if you get your swan permit or not.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, great. Well, it's been a pleasure here. We've had a good time. Thanks for having me out here again, and hopefully we'll have another successful hunt another time.
Okay, thanks.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Enjoyed
You betcha.
coming.
Thank you.